What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Project Ozone 2 Kappa Mode. Oh yeah, guys, so last episode, we fought the Gaia boss a few times. We ended up getting the Master Infusion Stone, which is going to allow us to progress to the final tier of magical crops, which is super awesome. So since we have that unlocked, I was thinking to myself, making Terra Steel and filling up all these mana pools and doing all this stuff kind of sucks, right? I kind of would like to make Terra Steel seeds. So I've just taken the time and used a lot of our blacker lotuses to make 36 Terra Steel ingots. So Terra Steel seeds does require a lot of stuff here. So it is 4 Terra Steel blocks, then we need 4 Temperio Essence, and then we need Mana Steel seeds. We don't even have the Mana Steel, but this is like super easy, right? 36. Did I make the Mana? No, you know what? I think I did make the Mana Steel already. But we haven't 10 those yet. Anyway, so we have the Terra Steel here to make the 4 blocks. But the next part of this is where it gets a little bit more tricky because we have to make this Temperio. Now we can just use the Manufactory Halo like we have been doing. But I think what we're going to do is we're going to move on from that. We're going to make ourselves a crafter. And we're going to make the crafter tier 3. This is RF tools. And this, you can set a whole bunch of recipes in it, and it is a pretty good way to convert the green stuff. What is that stuff called? I can't think of the essence. The Magnesio essence. This stuff down here. It's a good way to convert this to the next tier and the next tier and next tier, right? It's gonna be the way we're gonna do it until we get Applied Energistics online and running. So this is what I'd like to do. So to make the crafter tier 3, we do need a crafter tier 2, which requires a crafter tier 1. Which requires a machine frame, which requires a machine frame hardened from thermal expansion. All right, so I just got done preparing one right here, so we should be good to go. I don't know if there's anything else that's going to be holding us back from creating this thing. Let's kind of work our way through this recipe. So it's Enderium Signalum Machine Base, which is light gray rock wool. Oh. That might be something. Do we have rock wool yet? Let's take a look. Rock wool. No. So how do we make rock wool? That is made with slag. Oh, you just smelled slag? Is that it? Okay. Well, we have some slag. We were collecting slag from our blast furnace. Okay. Well, let's just move this down. I was expecting it to be a little bit more difficult. Nope. Pretty easy. Okay. So it was that. And then what was it? Besides the rock wool, shiny? We have that, right? Oh, that only makes 1. Okay. So we need to do 6 more slag. I was thinking that was going to give us 3 of those. I was incorrect. Click those in there. There we go. All right. So this. All right. So there's our machine base. All right. So do we have everything? We do. There's a machine frame. So now we need to do the tier 1 crafter. So we need Electroen alloy plus compressed crafting tables. I'm not sure how much Electroen stuff. We have enough for 1 more. So let's craft up some more of that stuff because we are going to need more of that. Let's just tell the system. Okay, 16. I was going to say tell it to craft as many as we possibly can do. That's going to be enough. Okay, and then we're going to need a bunch of the compressed crafting tables. Let's do a stack of crafting tables like this. That gives us 7 of those. That might be enough, I think. Okay, so working our way back through the recipe, there is the crafter tier 1. There's the tier 2. There's the tier 3. Very easy. Okay, so crafter tier 3. I think we're going to set this down here next to this Magnesio essence just because it's easier and it's already there. So yeah, we can set a whole bunch of recipes in here. So we are also going to need a way to transfer the Magnesio from the drawer into the thing. Do we have translocators? I don't think we've made translocators in this mod pack yet. It would be a good time to make one of these. So we need redstone comp chipset. How much of these things do we have? Everything except for this and whatever was in the center. I guess the piston. That should be pretty easy to make. We'll make one of those. So we need the redstone comparator chipset. So that is a redstone comparator plus redstone. Yeah, we don't have a comparator made. Can we make one? Hopefully we can just shift click. There we go. Redstone. All right. I don't think this takes too long to craft. I know some of the recipes in here take a while, but I think this one might be one of the easier ones to do. That's just going to take a few seconds. Let's see. How much power? Okay, to make one of those, 1.8 million RF. Yeah, we're only getting it 2,720 RF per tick. It's about time we look at making a bigger size assembly table. That's another thing we're going to want to do in another dimension, just because having so many of those things nearby will start affecting your frame rate if you make the max size one. Yeah, that's definitely something we'll be looking at here pretty soon. So this should be just about done. There we go. All right, so we'll make a translocator. One of the item versions, we'll grab a piece of glowstone. All right, and then we also need the infusion stones. I think we need all of these. I don't remember if this thing could do like multiple crafts at once, or if the only one we would ever need is just the master infusion stone, but we're gonna set it up with all the recipes for all the different types of these things. Okay, so this also needs power. I guess we should grab ourselves an energy conduit as well to make sure that has the power to do the things that it needs to do. All right, 24, I think that should be enough. Hopefully it'll be enough anyway. Okay, so final time coming down here, hopefully. So let's grab a stack of this. We need to set a recipe here. So I think we have to click this, then we put the recipe in here like so. And then we need to put in the correct one, Minicio to Osseo. Okay, and that does that. So we'll click apply. So that says, hey, this is the recipe to make this thing. So I don't think you can do this manually. Remember the current items in the internal and external buffers. If I do that and I take these items out, it now has the correct placeholders there. Okay, so we can do that. We need to now get this thing power so it will craft up. I guess I will just kind of run some power over here. Yeah, we're about to get to the point where we're going to start needing tesseracts to move the power around a little bit better. Is that in line? That should be in line with this. Okay, well, I'm just breaking everything with my pick. All right, I think we should be okay. So what did this thing do? It has not done anything. Oh, it did output this stuff. Okay, so we need to tell this on this one that we want it to be an internal, the result of a crafting operation inventory instead of output buffer. So that should keep everything here and just output other things should we need it. Okay, so we want to remember this. So it puts a little stamp there, that's there. So the next one is going to be, let's see, this one, Osseo Crucio. So we can tell it to remember that. So we'll go to this particular one. We want this also to be an internal one, and we will put these things here, plus this one, and apply. Okay, so I'll craft all of those and put that right here, and we'll tell that to remember. Cool. So again, we can do this on the following one. So we need, what is this one? Crucio. Tell it to remember that spot. We have the correct one laid out here. We'll put that guy there, and then we'll do these. Again, this will be internal, apply, and then it crafts this one. All right, remember that. All right, and then final one we can do, well, I guess it's not quite the final one yet. Oh, can't, that. Yeah, we want to click this one, these, the VCO extreme, okay, and then we can apply that. So now if we start pumping in the Minicio essence, I think it'll only go right here, or maybe it just won't go in these spots that we have these other things remembered. I don't remember exactly how that all works. Let's see, and then we have the Master Infusion Stone here. We can remember that. So we need one piece of VCO. I think I might have an extra one up here that I might have made before. Let's take a look real quick. Yes, perfect. Okay. So we can put this one in the spot, make it remember. Right there, remember that. And then the Master Infusion Stone will be the final one. This will be an external recipe. So we want the Master Infusion Stone plus these guys here. Apply. We'll tell it all to remember. So now what should happen when we pump in the essence, the Magnesio essence, it should just convert it all the way up, and then we should get this stuff in the output buffer. That's the idea. Okay, so let's see if this is going to work. So we do that and that. Do one of these here and press the button. Okay, so what's going on? Are we out of room? I'm not sure what's... It might be that we are out of room, that we are doing this too fast. We might need... we might need some spots in here that are marked for these other stones. Maybe 2 spots per stone, so as it crafts, it can move those around. Okay, well, let me play around with this for just a second, see if I can figure out what I've done wrong. Obviously, we need 1 more space available, or a few more spaces available, and we'll be right back, guys. Alright guys, well I have set up a bunch of spaces here, so as this crafts it can move the weak infusion stone to either space here, same thing with the regular fusion, the strong, the extreme, and then this one right here I think might be slightly different, because the master infusion stone, when it crafts the item, it puts it to the export spot as long with the item that it crafted. So yeah, that is kind of a problem. So then we get a buildup of Zavicio and it doesn't do anything. Okay, so what we need to do, let's grab a chest. We'll stick a chest right here and we will export the items that are being crafted from the crafter into the chest. Insert and extract, always active. So anything that's in that export should go right back into the chest, right? So everything here is gone. Yep, okay, so we got that taken care of. Now we need the master infusion stone back in here. So we should be able to pull out of the chest and put directly back into the crafter because all of these spots are marked for things that are either being crafted internally or that we are pulling from this chest over here, right? Okay, so if we pull from here and we do insert and we do extract always active, this should just keep on doing what it needs to do. I think that is right. All right, so let's press the button. And we can kind of watch the little thing do what it's doing, which is kind of cool. It's kind of interesting to watch every now and then. The things just kind of go back and forth as it crafts. I like it. So I saw this also has like a speed mode slow and a speed mode fast. So it does things like really quickly, but uses a lot more power if you put on the fast mode. So we can easily craft up like all this Temperio essence, which is nice. I like it. But yeah, it does draw a lot of power, or at least more power than what we're able to provide it right now. Anyway, so we are just wrecking our amount of Magnesio essence here. It is being turned into Temperio. Currently, we have 27 pieces, which is awesome. We only needed 4 to do the Terra steel seeds that I wanted to do. So we can probably turn this thing off. Yeah, we can turn this thing off for now. It's not going to do anything. When we need more of the stuff, we can come down here and do it. And let's just grab 4 of these things. Cool, so it was Terra steel plus that. Terra steel seed. And then we also need mana steel seed. So, oh, quest complete Temperio. Yeah, so the Magnesio seed, or I'm sorry, the mana steel seed, I believe I did craft previously. But we never did anything with that. So we need to set that up to be 10, 10, 10 so we can get some extra seeds out of this thing. Where is it? Over here? Experience seed, mana steel seed, these. Okay, so let's tell this thing. We want, oh yeah, that's the tin stuff I was doing earlier. We want the northwest corner to be mana steel. We'll do that and we will turn this thing on. So the way I've been doing this, I've just been kind of filling up the other 4, or I guess the other 3 filters or whatever I'm not working with some other seed that's not going in there. If you clear the filter, it'll start putting like all the seeds into all these spots and doing the 10, 10, 10 process 4 times. That's pretty wasteful. So yeah, I've been just filling it up full of like Magnesio seeds or whatever, and that seems to be, or yeah, Magnesio, and that seems to like just take care of the problem. Anyway, we just need to let this thing spread once. I will help this out. Maybe I don't need to. Maybe it'll just happen before I get my watering can out. Yeah, we just need that. And we'll let this thing 10, 10, 10. But we need one of these to make our Terra steel seed. So let's go back. Let's go back to the base. And I think we have everything together. The only thing I might be missing right now is the living rock. But there is that, the 4 of that, 4 of that, 1 of these. We do need the living rock, and then we can make ourselves a Terra steel seeds, which is amazing, and I won't ever have to make Terra steel again in this mod pack. Living rock. There we go. All right, so this is probably going to take a while for this craft to complete, since that is high tier stuff. It looks like it is. Can I see on the thing? It is so hard to tell between the blue and the green if it's even showing. I would say that's not even 1/4% complete yet. Anyway, let's wait for this to finish up, and then we'll be back, guys. All right, now this is done, so we can put that here, right click, and there we go. There is our Terra steel seeds. Now these are something that I want to get 10-10-10ing right away. We're going to be needing a lot of Terra steel in this mod pack, especially if we're going to be spawning in the Guardian of Gaia boss many times. So we'll just add this right here to the northeast corner, put that in there. It'll do its thing. We don't even have to watch it. We'll come back a little bit later and we will have the 10-10-10 of those seeds. Now, I was kind of looking at the quests here in the beta section. We just did the Temperio, which unlocked Nether Star seeds. This might be something we want to look at here. There's also, before we do that, there is also Electroen seeds here. So let's take a look at those. The Electroen seeds are made from Imperio Essence and Electroen Alloy. All right, so we can do that quite easily now. Yeah, if we want to make those things, all we got to do, like the Imperio Essence, all we got to do is just take out the Infusion Stone for the next tier up and then turn this thing back on. So we want this stuff right here. So we want the Extreme Infusion Stone removed. We can turn this thing back on. It should make a bunch of that stuff for us. Okay, there's 4. And we can put that back. Okay, so there's those 4. Whoops. So we needed Magnesio and then a bunch of the Magnesio or the Electroen ingots. So that's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11. All right, so that's not that bad. 11 of those. We should already have those ready to go. We have 10 of those. Okay, well, I thought we were going to have more than that. I guess not. Let's go grab some more of our Electroen over here. And we'll just have to make one more, cook it up, and then we'll never have to make that stuff again, which is awesome. Okay, put that there. One of those. Do that, this. One of those. Okay, and then cook that. Good. We need the Magnesio seed. And then we are also going to need a living rock once again. Cool. All right, yeah, and then there's quite a few more seeds with the Temperio Essence. We looked at that last time. You can do like diamond seeds and the emerald seeds and that kind of stuff. We'll have to look at making those at some point in the future as well. All right, so there's all of that, and then I'll cue that thing on there. Cool. So Electroen seeds, looks like it's going to take a minute for these to complete. Let's wait for that and we'll be back. All right, so that finished up. It did not take as long as I thought it was going to take. So there we go, quest complete, Electroen seeds. This will be another one we just take back and we start setting up to 10-10-10. Oh, emerald. I should probably set up some kind of a collector here by our villager buddy. He just kind of drops those every like 5 minutes or whatever it is. All right, so we will set these up here to be 10-10-10. And boop, boop, yep. And that's pretty much what we gotta do. How's this? We got plenty of space over here. Lots of different essences and different random things in here from all of our previous other stuff. But yeah, where are we at now? 2-2. Some of those are still 1-1-1s. All right. Well, it's gonna take a while, and this place is kind of laggy. I don't really like hanging out here too much, and that's why we put this in another dimension to keep that away from the base, because it is quite laggy. It really hurts your frame rate. Okay, so this is now complete. Let's claim our chest. We will claim the one for the Master Infusion. We will claim the one for the Temperio. I'm gonna do the top one. Is that it? I think that's it for our quests here. All right, so let us start opening some of these. What do we get? An extra life. All right, let's eat that. 10 lives remaining. We'll do one of these. Flamethrower. I think we already got one of those previously. And then finally, we got Engineer's Workbench, Revolver, and Extended Magazine. All of those things are just kind of things to mess around with. Nothing super important. Cool. All right, so the next thing that I wanted to look at in this section would be the Nether Star Seeds. These are going to be very important. We're going to need a ridiculous amount of Nether Stars in the future, and we don't want to kill the Wither Boss every single time to do this, because the Wither Boss, yeah, it's going to learn more about you. We saw the last time we fought one of those things, like it was zooming around, and yeah, it just wasn't good. We did get 2 Nether Stars for killing it manually, but we're going to want an automated method of doing this. Okay, so Nether Star Seeds. This is our next thing we want to look at. So the Nether Star Seeds is kind of expensive to do. We need Temperio Essence blocks, so we need 36 of the Temperio Essence. I think we might be pretty close to that. We also need Wither Skeleton Seeds, and then we need the Spirit Binder for these. Spirit Binder is made from Gaia Spirits plus Nether Stars, so we have to go kill the Wither Boss a couple more times before we can get this done. And then Ectoplasm. We have plenty of Ectoplasm from those little slime spirit things that appear when you kill mobs randomly. Yeah, so we have that already. I think we have 4 Gaia Spirits, but we're going to need that to spawn in the Gaia Boss so we can get more of these things. Yeah, and then Nether Stars. Okay, so Wither Skeleton Seeds is another thing we're going to need. So that requires 4 Wither Skeleton Skulls, which I think we are now out of. I believe I used the last of those to fight the Wither Boss the last time. I believe we already made the Skeleton Seeds, and then we need Temperio, so that's easy. We already have these. Wither Skeleton Skulls is the next thing that we need to do. So we can get that from the Wither Skeleton Essence, but we need the skulls first of all. So I guess it's time to bust out the old cleaver, go to the Nether, and get ourselves some Wither Skeleton Skulls. Alright guys, so just after a quick amount of time in the Nether, we did get our 4 Wither Skeleton Seeds. In preparation for that, I did put our regular Skeleton Seeds to be auto 10-10-10, so this is one of the earlier versions of that. It's still in the process of, yeah, leveling up, so we're waiting on that to happen. But yeah, I thought it would be time that we look at making these lenses so the whole Infusion altar thing goes faster, right? So in order to do this, we need a Rune of Fire plus a Mana Lens. So the Mana Lens we can get just by Glass Pane and some Mana Steel, easy. So we take that, combine that with a Rune of Fire, and there is a Potency Lens. So we already got a Velocity Lens that makes the mana burst move faster. Potency increases the amount of mana per burst. So you combine both of those together, and then your Mana Spreader can move a lot more mana at once. Okay, so now we need to get ourselves a slime ball. Yeah, we have plenty of those. One of those, we'll put these together in here. So you can make it so it looks this way, or you can switch it around so it looks that way. I prefer this way. It doesn't really matter though. So we will do this. So now we have a composite velocity and potency lens. So anything that we craft on the Infusion altar over here, or runic altar, I'm sorry, it will go a little bit faster. So yeah, you just click that on there. It goes around the front. Okay, cool. So now we want to make ourselves the Wither Skeleton Seeds. So that is 4 skulls plus a skeleton seed plus 4 of this Temperio Essence. So cue one of those on there. So yeah, you can see that little thing is moving a lot faster than it would be without that lens on there. This speeds it up significantly. Cool. Now we have Wither Skeleton Seeds. So that is the next part, right? Temperio Essence blocks. I went ahead and I already crafted those things up. Now we're gonna have to work on these Spirit Binders. So I'm gonna have to fight the Gaia Spirit, or I guess the Guardian of Gaia, a few times to try and get this extra stuff. I think we did have 4 of those remaining. Let me take a look real quick. Yeah, we have 4 of that from the last time. Also, we did not get credit for the Gaia Spirit ingot, so we do have to make one of those. So I think what's gonna happen is when I fight the boss, we will fight the tier 2 version. Yeah, we did not get credit for these. I guess I crafted those into the block too quickly before this quest registered that we did the crafting here. But anyway, let me go ahead, get these seeds, 10-10-10ing. We'll fight the Gaia boss a few times to get some more of that Gaia Spirit, and we'll be back. Alright guys, well let's go ahead and do the Gaia boss together. We're starting to make a decent amount of the Terra Steel. I just took 2 blocks. I think we had like 8 blocks of the Terra Steel all ready to go. Yeah, I put those on the auto harvest things, so yeah, it's pretty cool. Anyway, so Gaia Spirit Ingot, so we take this. That should complete our quest. Okay, good. And then we can take this over here and right click it on the thing like we were doing the Terra Steel before. Yeah, and then that should do the tier 2 boss fight. So let's go do this one now. So this boss fight is slightly harder. It's not like crazy hard, but it is slightly harder. Yeah, I think, yeah, the boss shoots out things now. So you kind of got to be constantly moving around. We have the regeneration effect from our bloodstones and the regeneration from the beacon. So I'm not really worried about dying. We do get wither effect, which I don't think we were getting before. And if we were, it wasn't that bad. But anyway, yeah, we have to keep moving around. The boss warps a little bit faster, a little bit more annoying. In fact, it might even be easier just to do the tier 1 fight for collecting these things in the future. But I wanted to do this fight with you guys once so we could see it together. So there's that. Now I can't remember if this boss has 2 like phases where it goes up in the sky and starts spitting out monsters, or if it's still only 1 phase where it does that. Anyway, let's take him down a little bit more. Obviously, he's got more health. The other boss would have been in phase 2 by now. There we go, right there. This would be a lot easier if I got rid of the basement level. So he can't warp below like he was always on this level. I've also heard there's ways that you can kind of do this where you put water everywhere and the boss will not warp to the water. So that might be something worth investigating at some point. Come here, come here. Oh my goodness. I can't imagine trying to do this fight in 1.10 where you can't spam click. That would just be crazy. Alright, so where are we at? Over here. I think 1 or 2 more hits and it should go up in the air and start spawning the monsters. Oh, he went down underground. Now he's far away. Come here. Oh, underground again. Yeah, I think in the future I will remove like the little portion underneath this area so he can't warp under there. Because there's a lot of times it's kind of like, where'd he go? And then waiting for him to come back up. And yeah, I don't really care for that. Come here. Okay, now we're doing this phase. Gotta get the crossbow ready. Good, well, needing some more of that spirit stuff for the fight, or I guess for the spirit binder is what it's called. These monsters just move so fast now, it's a little crazy. Hi. Alright. Oh yeah, the wither skeletons also have the elementium swords too, which is slightly different. Oh, another thing, I need to go repair my armor. After doing all these fights, yeah, the armor is not looking so good. In fact, we might even come close to breaking it in this fight. Hopefully not. I was just gonna sit there and like tank all those the hits or whatever that I was shooting out. Whatever these things are, the like pixies or fairies or I don't know. Yeah, I can't do that. I need to go get my armor repaired after this fight, I think. 1 or 2 more hits should do it. Where are you at? Where you at? Over there. Now you're over here. Don't run away. Oh my goodness, guy. Stop going so far away from me. Die. All right. Cool. So the fight itself is very, very similar to the first one. Obviously, the boss has more health. The boss does drop 16 of these versus, I think it's either 4 or 8. It might be 8 when you do it the other way. You get a lot more of the other types of loot, which is kind of cool too. Runes of Envy, Mana Pearls. I think we got miniature hearts before. I don't really care for the sheet or grab bag, but I might as well pick it up. All these loot bags and stuff I don't really care about. And then there's a whole bunch of mob drops over here. Looks like we got sticks. Anything of use? Nah. Everything there just kind of looks like garbage. I'll just let that despawn. Okay, the other thing, Dice of Fate. This is another thing that we want. Oh, we also get this, which is an upgrade for, I believe, the Terra Steel armor, which we're not going to be using. But let's use this dice. Oh, what we just get? The Ring of Thor. Is that the ring we needed, or was it the Ring of Odin? Oh, it wants us to get the Ring of Odin. So that's one of the 3 rings. Yeah, that's not quite as good as this one, I don't think. I forget what this does. Each one of them has special abilities. The Ring of Odin gives you 10 additional hearts, and like it prevents you from taking damage from hunger and a whole bunch of things like that. This one I think is alright, but it's not that great. Anyway, I'm gonna farm up more of that guy's spirit, and we'll be back, guys. Oh, this one's a little bit more difficult. Wow, almost 3,000 HP. Oh man. Okay. Yeah, wasn't expecting that. We did get 3 stars off it though. Oh my goodness, guys. So we are so close to making these nether star seeds now. So we have the Temperio, we have all the stuff for the spirit binder. Yeah, I forgot fighting the tier 2 gave us 16 of that. That's exactly the amount we needed, right? So yeah, we can get this spirit binder now. Let's go ahead and craft up 4 of those. Cool. All right, we got 1 nether star remaining, I think, right? 2 nether stars remaining. All right, cool. All right, so now we can make our nether star seed. So let's put these right here. So 4 of those, a wither skeleton seed, 4 of these, 1 living rock. This should go decently quick. Oh man, that is gonna take a minute. Okay, so we'll wait on that. Now, I think you gotta know about the nether star seeds. Yeah, you can't just plant those and expect them to grow. There has to be a block underneath them. That block is awakened draconium. So we are going to awaken some draconium blocks. So draconium in this mod pack has to be melted in the smelter and cast out into blocks. You can't just craft the blocks. We do need to charge these up in order for the ritual to take place. Actually, you know what? I might be getting ahead of myself. Can we even do this? We need to get ourselves the... I can't remember. It's called Draconic Cores. I think it is. Yeah, these. Can we make these? Oh, we aren't going to be able to make these. We need Mangaloy, which is steel around this. Then we need to infuse that with some Zephyrian Erothium. 5 buckets worth. Well, you know what? I think we have a cow that does this. I might be able to get this done. Blue gem. That comes from Neptune. I don't think we have blue gems from Neptune. Okay, so... Well, we can charge these up, I suppose. We have 500 million RF. Gonna charge these up. But we won't be able to do the thing we need to do. Yeah, we need those blue gems. I completely forgot about that. And then we're also going to need some of the Zephyrian Erothium stuff, or however you pronounce that. I believe we have a cow, like I said, so we can milk the mushroom, or I guess the moo fluid cow, I mean, for this fluid. Yeah, it's going to take a little bit of time. Man, that is just eating up all of our stuff. Is it only, I thought it was 10 million. Is it 100 million? I guess it's 100 million per block. Okay, so, well, that's happening. Almost all of our power is going away. It'll refill. It's not a big deal. So we got the charged draconium blocks. That's not a big issue. Yeah, we have to continue on with Galactic Craft to make any use of that. Let me go back into, let's just take a look. Controls, Galactic Craft is what I'm looking for. And we want this to M. So Neptune is right here, and that requires a tier 7. We have a tier 4. So yes, we need to continue on with Galactic Craft. So where did we go before? We went Mars, Venus, Mercury. That requires a tier 4. I think Jupiter also requires a tier 4. So there's a dungeon on Jupiter. We can reuse the same thing. That'll unlock our tier 5. Tier 5 gets us to Saturn. Tier 6 gets us to Uranus, or however you pronounce it. I know, all the jokes. And then tier 7 to Neptune, and that's where we need to go for our blue gems. Aha! So we got a little bit of Galactic Craft in our future. I was hoping that we'd be able to get these things done today, but we got the seeds done today, and that is a hard part done. Boop. There it is. Nether Star Seeds. We did it! It's amazing. It's super awesome. Our quest is complete. So now let's click this. We will claim that. Was there another one? Yeah, Guardian one. We'll do this one. Cool. Hopefully we get something really super awesome out of these loot chests. Let's check it out. We get witherproof blocks, which is fine, except I think the wither boss can teleport out of those at this point now. And this is printing press. Yeah, we've seen that many times now. We got 3 hearts apparently. Put that away. I guess I will put that in our agricraft stuff. Let's eat these. 13 lives remaining. Speaking about those, we have all these extra hearts here. Like all these halves. We have some of these quarters that we can turn into halves. Alright, so that's 2 more. Cool. 6. 19 lives remaining. I like it. Guys, we're going to go and wrap the episode up here for today. We got our nether seeds done. That's a good portion of all the quests in the beta section. There's still a few more, like the magical crop armor, and I think we had to make the ultimate furnace out of this little guy. We'll be looking at that sometime in the future. We're definitely going to have to look at progressing with Galacticraft. But before we do that, I probably want to start looking at getting some auto crafting online, getting some infrastructure set up here, getting more drive space. Yeah, there's a lot of things we want to do. Get our magical crops hooked up so we can have a permanent spot for all the stuff we're collecting from those. Anyway, so we got some more stuff to do, but that's it for today. Thank you guys for watching. Remember to leave a like on the episode if you liked it, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye-bye.